Do you ever wake up and think, oh my God, what the hell did I do yesterday? What was that all about? Oh, excuse me while I open the door. Well, that's how I woke up today. A big pang in my stomach, and I thought, oh my God, I've committed to do something that I don't think I can do. And sheer terror and dread came upon me. So I'll just share that with you. I'm not superhuman. I don't find these things easy. I've set myself a heck of a challenge to be the best version of me that I've ever been before. I think I need a third cup of coffee. It might have to be decaf today. I'm taking this little boy out in a minute. Hello. There he is. He's waiting to go up the hill. Say hello. Say, I want to go out now. He's going to go out. He's not a poor neglected pup, as his eyes will tell you. Right, okay. I would love to make a coffee, but I don't think I can do that yet and talk to you guys at the same time. So, I've come up with a little bit of a list of stats for you. Let's see if I can prop this up somehow. I'm clearly no cameraman yet, but I'm hoping as time goes on this will improve. Been out for my morning run. Oh, look at that. That's got to go. Right. You can't see me, and if I turn that camera the other way like I should have started, it's going to mess everything up. So, I've come up with a few bits of scrappy paper. That's generally how I work, in scraps of paper. I promised you stats. I promised you honesty. I don't really want to tell you this. I'm quite a secretive person. I don't know why I'm doing this actually, but I'm doing it. We've committed, made a commitment to each other. So, around about October last year, I was 175 pounds. 12.5 stone. That's 79.5 kilos. Currently today, this is when I decided, right, I've got to get on top of this. Worked all the way through Christmas. I'm actually shaking telling you this. I don't know if you can see that, but they're not steady at all. Wow. This is affecting me. So currently today, 166 pounds. That's 11 stone 12 pounds, 75 kilos. So I've dropped 4.5 kilos since then. That's through going back to my vegan lifestyle, taking out as much processed food as I can, taking out the sugar. Okay. Now I've set myself this target. By August, I am aiming to get to around about 140 pounds or under, which is a 10 stone, 63.5 kilograms. Now, I have not been that weight since I was 30. So that's 11 years ago. And when I was that weight last time, it's not because of health and fitness, it's just because of stuff that was going on in my life that made me drop weight. So this time I want to be that weight and healthy. I'm not saying that's my ultimate goal. The reason I've picked that by August is August the 2nd is my race day. Is going to be the half Ironman, the Cotswold Classic that I'm going to be entering. And sorry, my mind's gone blank. This is all rather overwhelming. I want to be that way because when I raced last year, or not last year, the year before, I was 8 pounds heavier than that. So what was I? No, I was 10.10. So I was 10 pounds heavier. And I want to give myself a bit of an edge. I'm going to be faster on the bike if I'm lighter. I'm 2 years older now, so I need to be, if I train the same, I'm anticipating that just that weight off is going to help me beat my time, and that's my goal. Okay, so that's the reason I'm doing it. Ultimately, I want to get lower than that. I'm going with weight and not measurements here because size of my thigh and size of my waist isn't gonna make any difference to what I'm actually doing sporting wise. So I'm going to weight, but I'm being very careful the way I drop it. I'm never going below like a 500 calorie deficit. I don't often reach that, to be honest. It's usually 200-300 calories deficit a day. It's all about eating and training, eating well and training smartly. So I'm incorporating lots of exercise resistance-wise to combat any lean muscle mass depletion. I don't want that disappearing. I've got to keep my lean muscle mass, and it's only the fat that I want to get rid of. I can safely say I've probably eradicated most of the water weight now, so anything I lose hopefully is going to be fat and not lean muscle mass. So NHS reckons the BMI, I know, very controversial, you don't need to tell me, I know all about it, gives you like a 2-stone band for your normal, which they've given me. 7 stone, 10 pounds, what the hell is that all about? To 10 stone, 6 pounds. So my first target, I'm aiming just above the top end of normal, which I usually get to about 10.10 and then I stick 10.8. Oh my God, my body starts resisting, and then I give up, and then I put it all back on again, and every time I go a little bit higher, and then when I come down, I don't quite get down as low. So this time I'm going to break these barriers, and I'm going to bloody well stay there if it kills me. Okay. So, don't want to overanalyze my ultimate goals for weight. It doesn't really matter. It's all coming down to performance and how it's going to affect my sporting goals. So, let's have a little look. My plan for reducing my weight. Eat and train, as I've said. Eat well, following the vegan. I'm going to be avoiding sugar. I'm going to incorporate as much whole food, plant-based eating as I possibly can. It works really well for my recovery. I've done it before, it's tried and tested. It works. I feel my happiest. I'm mentally fit as well as physically fit. As I said before, getting there is not usually the issue for me. It's staying there once I'm there. So I'm really going to need your help after my races, which is August, September time. So training-wise, I'm going to be splitting my year into 4 phases. So between now and April, I'm going to be just laying down a core fitness, a base phase, concentrating on getting my eating in check and getting into a nice little routine. It's not going to be too heavy, but I'm definitely focusing on strength and just introducing the swimming sessions again, the cycling for my triathlons. I haven't done any cycling since I didn't do an awful lot last year. To be honest, my dad died last year, completely knocked me for 6. Shouldn't have brought that up. So anyway, between now and April, building an endurance base, working on my threshold, my tempo runs, start introducing my body to the idea that I want it to start running fast again. Between May and August, I'm going to be doing some specific triathlon training. I'm going to be drawing myself up a plan, mixing up my endurance cycles with my endurance runs, getting my lake swims in again, going up to the Lido as much as I possibly can because I love it. Swimming is fantastic for recovery as well. And then August, September is my race season. So my big race triathlon is in August, the beginning. Then I've got 2 sprints in September. So August, September, my training is going to change and I'm going to be targeting towards speed a lot more. And then from September to December, it's going to be a bit of a recovery phase. So laying off the cardio, laying off pounding the streets as much, and then I'm going to be really working on my strength again, ready for a new year next year. Okay, so that's how it goes. Right, so stats. So my fastest ever 5K, some of you, this is not going to seem very impressive. Others are going to think it's unreachable. It's all a matter of perspective. When I was around about 10.5 stone, I reached 23:54 for my 5K, and I reached 50 minutes and 55 seconds for my 10K. So my 2020 goals are to get there again. That is a huge ask. I'm going to try and get as close to that as I can. Now, 2 years ago in my triathlon, my sprint triathlon, my 5K came out at 25 minutes and 4 seconds. So that's only a minute off what I used to do back then. And that was actually 2015, so that's 6 years ago, my younger days. But I'm going to get there. We're going to do it. And then ultimate goals, I would love to get my 5K under 20 minutes. So that's why I'm rushing now, because I want to do this. And I'd like to get the 10K under the 50. So my sprint triathlon, and my half Ironman I've only ever done one each before, so I'm not going to bother you with the times, but I want to beat them, and I want to beat them this year. Okay, so things I need to concentrate on. Going to be speed work on my bike, power to weight ratio is going to really help there, and I need to learn to run in the heat, because I am totally rubbish at running in the heat, let alone doing a half marathon, which isn't my forte, isn't my best run. Doing that in the heat was hard work last year. I had to do most of my training on a treadmill actually in that really hot year of 2018. But saying that, I do love the heat for the bike and the swim, so I'd almost rather have a hot day. I never thought I'd ever say that. I'd rather have a hot day and just learn to run in the heat. So weight reduction for me is going to be key, as you can see. Not just doing it for aesthetic purposes, if that's the right word, probably not. I'm going to make sure that every single session I go out and execute is going to have a purpose, and I'm going to stick to it. If I get ill, I'll just be flexible with my training. That's absolutely fine. I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to try and catch up. If I get sick and have a bad few weeks, I'm not going to suddenly jump ahead to where I should have been originally on a plan. My plan is going to be, I'll only have a plan a few weeks ahead. I have a general idea in my head. When it comes to my macro cycles and my micro cycles during the week, it's just making sure you get your rest and recovery, and knowing when to peak and when not to overdo it. So I think that's it for the minute. I probably bored you to tears. Won't need to keep running through that again. The idea is I'm just going to let you know what it is I'm doing. So I will start sending other videos basically about different aspects of what it is I'm up to and how I'm getting there. I know loads of you have got your own goals. I've had loads of positive feedback, people coming up to me and talking to me and saying that they appreciate honesty. I'm always going to try and be honest with you, hopefully show you my vulnerability and how challenging I'm finding it, yet the rewards I'm hoping that I'm going to reap. So onwards with the weight loss. Oh, on a side note, it's worth saying that I've got a mate who told me, or challenged me, I suppose we challenged each other. We've both set our weight targets for August, and if we don't reach them, we got to wash the other one's car. So I really don't want to wash her car at all. I said inside and out. That was a bad idea. But anyway, so that's another motivation. But on a positive note, my positive motivations are you guys, commenting and helping me along the way, my competition goals, and there was another one I wrote it down, but right now I can't think about it because all I'm thinking about is making myself a coffee and getting up on that hill before my mate comes round for coffee later. So anyway, I shall be in touch soon. Give it a like, please press subscribe, and I promise I will try and make these videos better and more useful for you in the future. Thank you, bye.